Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, I'm going to show you the actual cost for $5,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 52-year-old male. Now, first thing you need to understand is you can go directly to our website. Just about every page we have on our website has one of these free quoters, and you just click on the state that you live in. We are licensed in all 50 states, by the way, and click the coverage amount. Fill in your birthday, the rest of the info, click Get Quotes Now, and it's going to show you the actual pricing and actual best companies that are available to you in your state. And you can be a super educated consumer and not believe those teaser rates that you see advertised on TV all the time. You got to watch out for those. You can also call us directly at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456, and talk with one of our agents. So, first thing you need to ask yourself, if you're a 52-year-old male, is $5,000 going to be appropriate for your final expense needs? Now, if you are going to be cremated, the average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. That's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. Now, if you're going to get cremated and then have some sort of a ceremony, like maybe a remembrance of life or celebration of life ceremony, that's probably going to get it up to about $3,500 to $4,500, including the cremation. So yeah, if you're looking for $5,000, yeah, you're going to be fine. That should be A-okay. Now, the thing is, you got to consider you're 52 years old. What if you live to 62, 72, maybe even 82, right? So $5,000 is going to be enough right now. In fact, if you're going to come home in a cardboard box or an urn, you're definitely a little overinsured at the start. But we know prices go up over time. So, if you're going to live to 62 or 72, you might want to look at getting a little bit more, maybe $5,000 to $7,000. And then if you're going to have that cremation and ceremony, maybe $7,000 to $10,000. Now you can actually get more. A lot of times people will go, "Oh, I'd like to get 20 or 30,000. Leave some money behind for the kids or the family or something like that." And typically we would say, just get enough insurance to take care of your final expense needs. We typically don't recommend this type of insurance to kind of like just put money in the kids' pockets or anything like that. Our belief is really that, you're better off instead of spending money getting more insurance, just spending that money on your kids while you're alive, and you'll have those memories and they'll have those memories as well too. So we're not one of the companies out there that recommends overinsuring. Now, if you're going to have a burial, the average cost of a burial right now in the United States is right around $10,000. And that's not going to be anything fancy. I can assure you that it's not going to be fancy. But by the same token, we can't imagine that, you're going to walk into pretty much any funeral home in the United States with the $10,000 check. And, the chances are they're not going to say, "No, we can't help you." They'll get it done. It just be very simple and kind of scaled down. But, why would they not accept that check and, let it walk down the road to somebody else? But we're looking at $5,000 for this video, so that's not going to be enough. But why would people get $5,000? Well, it'd be a couple of reasons. Maybe they had a $5,000 or a $10,000 policy that they bought before. It was enough at a time. They've been blessed to live a long time, and now it's not enough. So maybe they just want to add $5,000 to it. So if you had a $10,000 policy, that'd get you up to $15,000. You're in good shape again. If you add $5,000 and you add another $5,000, you're up to $5,000. That kind of takes care of things as of right now. So those are two great examples. But yeah, $5,000 is not going to take care of a burial by itself right now. So you should probably look at starting at least around $10,000 or so. So one thing we always recommend is getting first day coverage or benefits. And what that means is that if your policy were approved today and you died tomorrow, the insurance company would pay that insurance policy, and that would go to your loved ones. That's the coverage you want. You don't want policies with 2-year waiting periods. We'll get into that in just a little bit here, just a moment. But a lot of people would say, yeah, I like the first day coverage, but they ask health questions and I'm not in the best of health, to which we say, hey, that's our problem. That's not your problem. We work with a whole bunch of different insurance companies, and they all have different underwriting. They all ask different health questions. And right now we're getting really right about 90 to 95% of the people we help are getting first day coverage or benefits. So let us work on that for you, and we'll do our job. We're really great at it. Now, the only reason you wouldn't qualify for first day coverage is maybe you had some really significant health or medical issues, like maybe you had a terminal illness and you were going to pass away in the next 12 months, or you had dementia, or you're on dialysis, or you're in a hospital or in a nursing home. If that were the case, we'd probably refer you out to a different insurance company. Now, also, seems like every week we get a call from somebody that says, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week, and they didn't have insurance. We don't have the money, and their body's down at the funeral home. The funeral director's not going to do anything until he gets a check in his hand. And so then they go, so we need to get this insurance really quick so we can get the policy issued. We can get the check in our hand so we can get the check in the hand of the funeral home guy, right? We have to let them know that, unfortunately, in the United States, there's not a single insurance company that's going to issue a policy to somebody who's already dead, somebody who's already died. And, it's a really sad situation. The person who died, they knew they were going to die. Everybody dies. And they probably thought about getting this insurance and thought they would get it in the future. But, life got in the way. They died sooner than they thought. And now their family is struggling both financially, because they don't have any money to get them buried or cremated. And then also emotionally, because now they're just trying to figure this out at the worst time of their lives. They've lost somebody they loved, and the person they lost didn't care enough about them to get insurance. And now they're having to kind of pick up all the pieces and get this figured out. And, if that's the case, and you're the one that died, your legacy is going to be every time your name comes up, people are going to think that, hey, that's the person that forced everybody else to pay for their stuff. And, just don't be that person. That puts everybody in a bad situation. So don't be that person. So we don't recommend 2-year waiting periods. And Colonial Penn is, I guess they're probably one of the more well-known companies out there. I think it's probably just because they advertise all the time. It seems like they're on the TV every 7 minutes or so. And just understand that 2-year waiting period plans, which their $9.95 plan is a 2-year waiting period plan. So just understand that those policies won't pay out any death benefit in the first 2 years if you die of any health or medical reason. Not ideal, because none of us knows when we're going to die. And it could certainly happen in the next 2 years. So there's other companies out there too, like, Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha line, and AIG and Gerber. There's all sorts of other insurance companies out there that, that's the only thing they sell is those pesky little 2-year waiting period policies. And some of those companies have done an amazing job of convincing the American public over age 50 that the only thing you'll qualify for is a 2-year waiting period plan, to which we go, nothing could be further from the truth, because we help people with first day coverage all day long. So don't fall for such silly marketing. Be a smart consumer. Don't do that. So a lot of 52-year-old males would probably look at those Colonial Penn TV commercials and think, aha, I'm 52 years old. And, for that $9.95, I'm probably going to get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, probably $50,000 if I'm being honest. I can probably get $50,000. And then they're surprised when they talk with the Colonial Penn agent or go online like we have done, and they find out that a male age 52 for $9.95, that is only going to buy 1 unit of coverage, and that's going to only pay $1,565. Now that may pay for cremations in some parts of the country, but you gotta remember this policy has a 2-year waiting period. And so if you die in the next 2 years, you're not getting any insurance money if you die of a health or medical reason. And also, in 2 years from now, that $1,565 is going to be worth less because it's 2 years later, inflation and everything like that. So, just don't, you got to watch and be very careful of those teaser rates out there that sound too good to be true, because typically they're too good to be true. Let's try to find around $5,000 coverage. Colonial Penn has this unit coverage thing. Let's see what 40 units would be. That's a little much. That's at $6,000. So it looks like it would be 3 units. That's as close as you can get. $4,695. A 52-year-old male cannot buy $5,000 of insurance. they've got to go with the unit numbers, and you always end up with these kind of wackadoodle numbers like $4,695. Let's take a look. Let's compare that to first day coverage and see if there's some savings. I can assure you there is. Page 52, we're going to click Get Quote. And again, this is right around $30 for $5,000. And, look at here. A Trinity Life Insurance Company, they're a great company. We can help you out with them. We can get you approved, chances are. And, level coverage, first day coverage, that's exactly what that means. And it's $1,592. So when you look at it, it's really, Colonial Penn is right at 200% higher. Just really close there. Really close to 200% higher for the same amount of coverage. And they will allow you to overpay on that policy for the rest of your life. They will. And they will also allow you to have that 2-year waiting period, which is not ideal. You should not do that. We've talked about that. Again, $4,695 for right around $30. When for right around $15, you could get $5,000 and get first day coverage. Yeah. That's the question to ask yourself. The people that we help are on fixed or limited incomes as a rule. So saving money is a good thing. So let's take a look. You'll be able to kind of see all these different insurance companies, and you'll be able to see all the way up and down the line. So look at here. We're right around $15, and here's another company, Lumico. Level coverage. That's good. First day coverage. But look at the rate. $5, right? Roughly $5 more a month. That's $60 a year. After 10 years, you'll overpay $600. And you might go, well, $600. That's not a lot. But by the same token, you may as well keep $600 in your pocket and go for a company that offers the same exact type of policy, just lower pricing. And we can help you do that. Let's find another company in here, maybe a company that advertises quite a bit. Oh, here we go, Lincoln Heritage. So Lincoln Heritage, they're a fine company, I guess, but their pricing's higher. Let's see, level coverage, that's a good thing. Yeah, first day coverage. But yeah, Lincoln Heritage, their pricing's higher, and they've got a deal where when you pass away, that they will call 2 or 3 different funeral homes to try to get the best pricing and maybe do a couple other things, but they charge a premium. They don't do that for free. It costs more. So let's look. That's right around $24, and our lowest pricing is right around $15. So $8 a month times 12 months is $96, and if our 52-year-old male makes it up to 62, 10 years, they will overpaid $960. So you got to ask yourself, is it worth paying an insurance company almost $1,000, $960, almost $1,000 to make 2 or 3 phone calls, maybe do a couple other things, probably just take an hour or so? Is it worth paying that? Most people would say that's a pretty good payday for the insurance company. So we don't recommend you doing that. Again, we recommend you keeping money in your own pocket. So what we do at Funeral Funds of America is we provide a free funeral and estate planning guide, and you just download that and print it out, and then you fill out who gets what and what goes where and exactly what you want done after you're gone. Burial, cremation, all your final wishes. And then you just keep that with your insurance policy, and that way when you pass away, your family knows everything that you want done, and you've provided for them both financially with the insurance policy and emotionally with the funeral and estate planning guide. And all they have to do is just follow your directions and implement what you said, and they will know that they're doing everything exactly as you wanted. And what a gift of love that is to provide that certainty, and that way they don't have to guess on what you may or may not have wanted done. And again, you provided the money to do everything. So what an outstanding gift of love. So head over to our website at funeralfunds.com, and we've got a quoter here. We've actually got, for our YouTube viewers, we have a special page, funeralfunds.com/YouTube, and we've got your own quoter there that's going to get you your own discount, save you the most money. You can also call us at 888-862-9456, talk directly with one of our agents. But whether you're looking for just maybe adding some coverage to your current policy, or maybe you want to price shop your current policy, we can help you out there. If you want a brand new policy, we can help you out there. And if you just have some questions or want to understand how this works or whether it would be appropriate for you, we can help you with that too. So we look forward to that day when we actually get to talk with you over the phone or maybe get to meet you. But either way, we are here for you. So until that day comes, you take care, you stay safe, and you have a nice day. Bye-bye.